everyone, it's Di here from Di's Den and welcome to another Sunday video. I have seen this one done before on Pinterest. I can't remember who it was by, and they didn't have a name of what the card was called or anything like that. So I thought I would have a play with it, and this is what I came up with. This is my version. It stands like this, so I can show you it better this way. It stands like this. So I'm calling it a step-by-step card, or step cascade card, something like that. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to call it yet, because I haven't written the tutorial for it. I did this one for my colour creation blog hop in basic grey, so, and grey and pink go so well together. So we're going to do this card, and we're going to do it with all retired things except for the inks. So we're going to be, oh excuse me, I've got a froggy throat this morning. I'm going to be using Artistically Inked to make this, and a couple of leaves I think. And I've stamped the happy birthday mainly because it's on a very narrow piece of card, but I've done that, and I'm not sure which gems I'm going to use. I've got a feeling I'm going to be using these ones or those ones there, so we'll wait and see how we go. But I'm going to use Old Olive and Peach Pie, which is a new colour. So let me show you what you need, which isn't really a real lot. So as you can see, I've actually done this piece first, but I will give you the measurements for that. So let me show you. So you're going to need a piece of card for the, I'm calling this piece main card piece part 1. And this piece is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. And then this piece is main card part 2, which is 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. Then for my layers on this piece, you will need a piece that measures 5 5/8 by 3 7/8 and 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. For my other layers, you're going to need a piece that measures oh excuse me, 3 7/8 by 3 5/8, and you just need to watch because the 3 7/8 is the height. So, and this piece here is 3 5/8 by 3 3/8, and then my designer series paper, which will go on top of that again, measures 3 5/8 by 3 3/8. For my front piece, you'll need another piece that measures, sorry, that piece there I didn't measure, it's 4 1/8 by 3 7/8. I got the measurement wrong on that one. It will be right on the tutorial. This piece here measures 4 1/8 by 1 7/8. Then my layers are 3 7/8 by 1 5/8 and 3 5/8 by 1 3/8. And then for my label, I used a piece that measures 3/4 of an inch by 4 inches, and this piece was 1/2 inch by 3 3/4 inches, because once you clip it, you know, with the, if you've got the punch, that will come off. So let's put all those bits on one side, and let's start on these pieces. So I'm going to bring in my scoreboard, which was on the wrong side because for some reason my camera just went all wacky today and wouldn't stand or do anything, and I had to get my husband to come out and fix it up for me. So I'm really pleased that he's done that for me. Okay, so we're going to score this using the small ball at the 2 inch mark, 4, 6 and 8. So we'll do that again. 2, 4, 6 and 8. Now we're going to turn it onto the short side with the little tab bit, the 8 inch mark, which is the 1/4 inch mark, at the bottom. And we're going to score this to the first score line at 1 7/8, to the first score line only. And then at 3 7/8, we're going to score this to the third score line. So this one is going to the 2-inch line, this one's going to the 6-inch line. So 1 7/8 to the 2-inch line, 3 7/8 to the 6-inch line. We'll bring this out of the way, but we still need our scoring tool. And then we're going to score on the diagonal from that 2-inch mark up to the 4-inch line on that score line. So it looks a bit like a stair. And then we're going to do the same from this 6-inch line up to this 8-inch score line. I hope that makes sense. Alright, so let's pop that out of the way. So our piece of card, I don't know if you can see it very well, it's a funny light. So we have like a 1 7/8 by 2-inch score line, and then from that score line up to the other score line on the 2-inch to the 4-inch score line, and then we come across, and then from the 6-inch score line up to the 8-inch score line. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut that away. Like so. We have our piece of card that looks like this, making sure you've taken away that score line. Mine's not very good on that one. The light's not crash hot in here today too. I think it's this silly weather we're having. Okay, so that's my piece there. I don't need this piece, but if you wanted to do some decorating with your rest of your card, you could use that to do some of your decorating with. Okay, so now we're going to fold this, and we're going to fold this as a, let me see, I can't remember. I've got to check this out. Okay, a valley fold on the small one. I think that's right. No, it's not. It's a mountain fold on the small one. Then it's a valley fold on the 4-inch line. And then it's a valley fold, a mountain fold. So we have a mountain, valley, mountain, valley. I don't know what that funny noise is. I don't know if you can hear it. It sounds really strange. So this is our card. We're going to now put some glue down this mark here. So let me get the glue off of my tip. So down this 1/4-inch score line here. We're going to pop that onto there so that's lined up with the bottom and the top of the card. And comes right in close. And if you find, like me, you've got a tiny little bit come off the top, we can pop that bit off too. Okay, so now we have our main card. So this is our card standing up like so. Alright, so now we're going to bring in our layers of the same colour. And we need to make sure that we put this on 1/8 side. So we need to make sure that this is 4 1/8 across, and this is going to go in here, and it should be the same height as that one at 3 7/8. Alright, so that's the other way you can check it. And we're going to pop glue onto this piece, which is the 2 for 6-inch section. And we're going to make sure once more that we've got this the right way around. It needs to be 4 1/8 wide. And we're going to pop that in there so that it lines up with the bottom and the top line and along that fold. Once we're happy with that, we can pop that over like so, so we can make sure that it's all nice and neat. You can see whether it is or not. We can give that a good squish down. And we have our first part of our floating cascade. Well, it might be a floating cascade card. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. So that's our first section. I'm going to do the same with this piece. This measures 1 7/8, the same as this piece here. So we're going to glue that piece onto here. So I'm going to lay it flat again, and I'm going to put some glue on this first section. And once again, making sure that it lines up with all three sides. So you want it to line up with there, here and here. Once you're happy with that it's lined up on all three of those sides, we can give that a good press down as well. There we go. And then we have the bases of our card. So we're going to now pop this on one side for a moment, and we're going to work on our other pieces. So we have our layers, and because I found that for me, this paper, which is retired, this DSP, hasn't really got a direction, so it didn't matter which way I cut it. So I'm going to glue these together, which is layer 1 and 2 on the tutorial. Or, let me see, instructions. Piece that measures 3 7/8 by 3 5/8 with the 3 5/8 by 3 3/8. I'm going to do the same with the other one, which is the 3 7/8 by 1 5/8 and the 3 3/8 by 1 3/8. And I'm going to glue those onto my panels now. So glue the first one onto this one, making sure you get them nice and even. You can't push that down into there because this is wider. This is 4 1/8, so it comes to this edge here. But it will go that way. And we'll pop our other one in here. Oops, this is actually quite a quick card really, and yet it's very effective looking. So that's our two panels like so, and that colour, those colours go really well together because this was pale papaya and that colour has finished and I didn't have any pale papaya paper left. So let me put a pin in my glue for a moment, and we will work on our inside piece. Whoops. So let's move this out of the way, and we will bring in our green, which is the old olive. Let's move that one out of the way and stamp our best wishes onto here. That doesn't look like it's got much ink on it. Let me see. Oh yes, it does. Probably needs re-inking though. It's looking a little bit on the pale side. Yeah, oh, we'll need that again. This one is a very, very tight pad. This is the pale papaya. So I'm going to pop in my top corner because they're going to show some of these flowers. Like so, and then down the bottom here I'm going to put another of this flower. Let me close that up, bring in the green again. This time I'm going to use a bit of scrap paper here that I've got, And I'm going to pop some leaves down the bottom here. And up the top there, like so. Just to finish it off on the inside so that it's not too plain. Okay, ooh, come back. So now we'll glue this onto our other layer and onto the back of the card. Don't fall on the floor. I'm really finding that this desk is not getting big. It's not big enough these days. I should be putting stuff away. Okay, so we'll bring this one in and pop this one onto here. And I can pop that down. And that's got a mark on that paper. Look at that. Okay, so that's our card. We'll do our glue our other piece on together. And we'll pop that up on some dimensionals. If I can find some. Here we go. They're getting a bit low up on this desk too. And I'm just going to pop that across the front there. Now in this case of this card, I haven't put anything on here, but I don't think it needs it. So let's see, I think we definitely need to go with the sequins. And those pale papaya ones there look really good, so let's pop them on. And I don't know where I'm going to put the other one. No, I'm actually going to pop some green ones in the middle of these. Oops, yep, that came off. So that's an even number. Oh dearie me, we need to make that an odd number, so maybe we will have that one back and we'll just pop him down here. Okay, so that's my card for today. I have no idea what it's called yet. Probably a step cascade card or floating panel card, something like that. But this is it. It stands like this. It looks really, really lovely. It does stand up really nicely like so. I can't move my camera to show you. But, I mean, when I did this one, I actually put a panel on the front and then I put something in there because I used like wood grain paper. And some more inside here. So, it's just a really easy card. It lays flat and it looks so different and so... I don't know what to say, what words you'd use for it. It's a little bit more unique. So if you've enjoyed today's card, I'd love you to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment so that I can answer you. If you'd like to know more about this card, you can follow the link down below there to my Facebook group called Die Stamp for Stamping, Crafting and Tutorials. If you'd like to know more about the products that I used in this grey one, which are all current products, this is called, I can't remember, Country something or other. Yes, I can't remember offhand, and it's put it away. I actually really tidied up my room today. But this is all using current products. So if you'd like to know more about that, please give me a call or a PM or something. I'd love to be able to help you. I can, if you'd like to, purchase from me, I would love that too. I live in Australia, so I can only be a demonstrator for anybody that lives in Australia, but I would love to hear from you all. So that's today's card, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.